June 1st is an important day for true rock and roll expert fans, especially those of us over, say, 40, 50, 60.
You're not over 60.
As we see now in Flashback, it was 45 years ago today, June 1st, 1967, that an album was released that many say changed the face of rock and roll. This report is from 20 years after that event and 25 years ago today, June 1st, 1987.
It was almost as if the Beatles knew they had something special when they released the Sgt. Pepper's album. A look at local record shops verifies that, with posters, the new compact disc, which is just about sold out, and the media hype.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Not being a Beatles fan myself, I wondered what's all the hoopla about. So I went out to talk to some Beatles fans and a person whose job it is to answer such questions.
The thing about the Sgt. Pepper's album was that it gave rock a certain cultural respectability that it never had before. People who had frowned on rock before were holding out the Beatles as great geniuses and innovators.
They were the beginners in the revolution and certainly were at the forefront of the revolution in rock and roll.
I would rank it as a very good album, but not the greatest album that even came out in 1967. And not the greatest of the Beatles albums.
Yeah, some said the album after that one, Magical Mystery Tour, was better. But, you know, that's the debate. There was never really a bad Beatles album.
No, there really wasn't.
One of my favorite songs on Sgt. Pepper, and they're all great, was the one where Paul McCartney sings "It's Getting Better All the Time," because in that particular song you could see the contrast, McCartney's optimism and Lennon's pessimism. Because McCartney would sing, "You got to admit it's getting better all the time," and then Lennon chimes in with, "It can't get much worse."
I thought the song was about you, getting better all the time.
Wow. Thank you so much.
That's just what I thought.
That's what I strive for on Flashback, to get those nice compliments from you. Thank you very much, Barbara. Anyway, that's Flashback. Now let's